Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you're looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, you've come to the right place.
We're opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day.
If you're new to breaking with us, keep watching and we'll show you exactly how it all works.
First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that you want to play. Most of our series will have 8 spots representing the 8 NFL divisions.
But other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, you have a 1 in 8 chance to win memorabilia at an awesome value. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune in to the next available Live Breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you'll see your name appear on the screen when your break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer, and the order will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that show's dice roll number. After randomization, the list of names of people who bought spots in that live break will be matched up with an NFL division. If the item that's pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations. You just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia at a fraction of the cost. Want to guarantee yourself an item instead of testing your luck? Check out the mystery box tab of our website for a variety of mystery box options. When you buy a mystery box, we'll ship it straight to your door, and some can be opened on air at your request. While you're there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Club Rewards program. This exclusive club earns you points towards specific discounts, signed items, and prizes each and every time you buy at UltimateAutographs.com. The moment you've been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Happy day after the 4th of July. That's also known as July 5th on the Mayan calendar. For people that might have missed it, that's Stephen Ryan. This is Rob Hill coming to you live from Burr Ridge, Illinois. Yes, we are a live break show here. The best on the interweb. This is one of our many, many shows during the course of a week. 32 to be exact. We were live Sunday through Monday, Monday through Sunday, depending on whatever day your work week starts. We have a lot of things to get into here in the Ultimate Autographs live break room here today. This is the first show of what we're starting for our day today. As soon as you open up the show, guys, would be a huge, huge help. If you do end up hitting that share button, tell your friends, tell family members, tell your local pastor before you go to church on this Sunday. So we got a lot of things to bless Mr. Ryan in this break room today.
Absolutely.
Weekend Warrior, multi-sport, the college, the superstar reps, and the jerseys. Would love to go 5 for 5, get one of each in every series and pick them off. We are so close. I can literally taste the new series around the corner. We are 2 boxes to go in that college. And by the way, you know, we're not pulling any punches. We know what is left in those college headliners. Terry McLaurin, authentic, and a Wes Welker. Yes, the little slot receiver who led the league in catches 3 times. He's a secondary headliner. Don't get him a whole lot, so I'd love to see Wes go home to one of you. The superstar reps, unbelievable ratios too as well. 6 headliners and 8 boxes. Imagine your birthday not having those exact same numbers. That is tough out there. Shout out to all my June 8th birthdays. The jerseys as well, one of our most plentiful series up here in the break room today. 27 boxes and 11 headliners. The multi-sport, sure something that Steven and I are going to talk about quite a bit because we are big baseball aficionados. We are 1 to go in that single.
Nice.
So it's right around the corner. And we went from the Father's Day to the stepfather to now the father figure. If you want to be the father that steps up, get yourself in that Weekend Warrior 9 headliners, 15 boxes, and a whole lot of golden tickets to talk about. So before I get into my 2 shameless plugs to start the our show today, I got to catch up with my man on my left. Finally reunited together here on a Sunday morning. How you doing?
2 weeks.
A very long 2 weeks.
And then you're ditching me in a few weeks.
Okay, so I got to even the score somehow. I'm a very petty man, so
okay.
That's the only reason why I'm going on my vacation.
But what if
by
I
the
was
way.
evening the score from before?
Yeah, that sounds actually pretty accurate. So I'm going to take the lead and pull right in front of you here.
Ultra
so
petty.
That's actually what I
petty.
when I was like booking the trip with United the other day, I was like, reason for booking this trip to get the edge on Stephen Ryan in the break room, and then they sent me a question mark in return. So awesome
Like,
to have
we're
you
still
back,
gonna
dude.
take your money. But
I don't care what you type.
Yeah, just please take this.
Give me all your money. So again, we have a 5 great series to get into and talk about today. No pre-fills, correct?
Not at the current moment, but it would feel like at any moment.
We're
gonna do a box. So.
Again, it can happen at any single second. We'll get into that. 2 to go in that Weekend Warrior single. 1 to go in the multi-sport single. We're halfway there on a jersey single. I'll do some housekeeping as my Tuesday host and Don Pellegrini, your Wednesday host, always likes to say. And before we do that, as we do for every single show, all 32 during the week, we got our pre-ritual dice roll to get into and our chase wheel spin. I will show this up right now. It looks like the boys of the late night, Joe and Hayden, a rare combination last night. They came in and kicked some ass during the primetime show. Shout out to those 2 guys. What number are you feeling today?
7. We're gonna go 7.
7 gonna rock your Dansby Swanson, who is up there in the league lead for RBIs. A guy that
fun fact: 3 weeks ago, worst qualified hitter in Cubs history since 1892.
He probably read that stat and he's like, you know what? I'm taking out on the Mets.
I think the thing was that bothered him was the Jason Hayward comparisons.
Oh. Great glove, not a great bat.
And then he is now on pace for over 30 home runs, which I think would be a career high.
Yeah. And I think he's got 4 or 5 straight seasons of 20 plus.
Something like that.
So he's got it in him. He's got it in him. He's got the help of the Wrigley wind when it's a day game and it blows out. Amanda, what's going on, girl? Guessing 8. I'll get this another 20 to 30 seconds, by the way. Quick thing. I've been doing this more and more lately. $10 in store credit to whoever gets the dice roll correct if we have any guesses. So I'll give that another couple seconds while I do that. Actually, this gives a good time for me to talk about the Refer a Friend program. We just gave away a Steve Young throwback authentic helmet. Absolutely gorgeous stuff there. One of the best southpaw, if not the best southpaw quarterback in NFL history. We are still waiting to determine what the GOAT Plus and the Refer a Friend giveaway will be for the month of July. But don't wait. Don't sit on your hands, y'all. You do not earn anything in this room by sitting on your ass. I am living proof of that. Your first order of $100 or more gets you $50 off, gets that back in store credit, and you, the referrer, gets $50 in store credit as well. And, of course, you end up qualifying for that Refer a Friend month that we have. The ad contest as well, we will determine our winner from the month of June this week. First place gets you $250, second place gets you $100, and third place gets you $50. Marketing at ultimateautographs.com is the place to be. 60 to 90 second snippet, guys. Keep it fun, keep it creative, keep it entertaining. If you want to do one for the month of July, we highly encourage fireworks to maybe be included in that if you got some left over from last night. But again, please don't pull a JPP. Get rid of that firework out of your hand as soon as possible. So we got Fuglin. It's going on Fugie and Amanda going with 7-8, 7-8. I'll go with 12 thanks to my, speaking of shortstops, I'll go with my shortstop who has a MLB leading 22 of them from the shortstop position. He had a game-winning home run last night, which we so desperately needed, against the Cleveland Guardians. 9-game losing streak at Progressive Field prior to that last night.
Really?
Yeah, House of Horrors. So we're going to go with 9. Nobody's feeling fine on this Sunday morning, but that is A-okay. Hopefully after I show you guys the Chase wheel spin, you will end up feeling a lot more fine. I'm actually going to break this up into 2 separate parts for those that are familiar with my my hosting abilities. I always like to I like to keep things fun, like to keep them entertaining here. So I'm going to give you guys 2 separate Chase wheel spins. And here it is. The first one, the college. Yes, the college series. It only makes sense, right? 2 boxes, 2 headliners. Why not times 2? I say times 2 because if you close out the series, you will get a times 2 Chase wheel spin. We got a new series right around the corner to drop for y'all as well. So let's just get into our giving tree patterns here. And the Weekend Warrior. Come on, the Weekend Warrior is back. 9 headliners, 15 boxes. Let's get that bad boy moving. So before I do the rundown, I see we got some... I can see you highlighting some names. Do we happen to have a close?
We are going to have a close, yes.
Which one is that?
Yes, it's going to be the multi-sport.
Lovely. Again, we were kind of dangling by the thread there of having 1 box left. Kind of like the Weekend Warrior is now down to 1 as well. So, again, all we need is 1 closer. All we need is 1 break to get the ball rolling here, and we are going to go crazy. So, 1 number for the multi-sports. To get ourselves rocking and rolling today, multi-sports. What do we got?
Looks like it's number 4.
Number 4? Sounds good to me. Number 4. Again, we're going to See which one of y'all are able to call that out here in just a second for those that are possibly playing in this for the first time. If you are one of these lovely people, Bill Sweetenham, David Pinsky, Tom Kaz, the sniper, always gets one spot, nothing more, nothing less. Jared Steven, Joe Gallagher, Amanda Previdel, who's lovely participant when it comes to predicting the dice roll. Oh, Tom, I was wrong about Tom. Sorry, dude. You got 2 spots. A rarity here in the break room. And David also with 2 spots as well. Amanda's going to go with 12 for what we got here for that multi-sport. Let's see if it's available. And it is. For those that are unaware, you can only call a box number if you are one of the people that I mentioned in a break that is about to happen. Why is that the case? Because that is how it makes sense. That is how the room works. Do not yell at me, please. Steven's got box 12, multi-sport. Lovely.
Well, they can yell at you. You just don't do it in the chat.
Whenever you get somebody that types in all caps, do you ever like think that they're yelling at you? I read it like somebody's screaming at me inside of my head. And I already have voices that yell at me inside of my head. So please do not all caps. Yeah, they let me know about it too. One of my many sick personalities. So if you are a fan of baseball, by the way, there's 3 golden tickets in here that you can win. This is the break for you. Nick Kurtz, who is now the all-star starting first baseman. Vladimir Burrow Jr. is not participating in the all-star game because somehow his 690 OPS got him in as a starter. Shout out to Canada. Tom Glavine on an autograph bat. Sammy Sosa slamming Sammy on a baseball bat. Kevin Garnett, the big ticket. Bobby Wood Jr., who is also starting the all-star game. Ellie De La Cruz. Kurt Schilling. Just watched a documentary of him yesterday, actually. And George Pickens in the secondary headliners. So this is a little different than how we do things from our 8-spot division series. Typically, because of course, we got a lot of football, so we do the AFC divisions and the NFC. Not so fast, because this is a multi-sport. We get a lot of different teams, a lot of different things, in a lot of different spots. So let's see what we got here. Joe Gallagher has the Chiefs, LA Angels, and Jackass. That is awesome. Maybe a little Stein Stevo. Get a little Johnny Knoxville action in there. Tom Kaz has 2 spots as the Lions, Boxing, and the Washington Bullets with the Royal Celtics, Colts, and Rangers. David Pinsky going back-to-back with the Raiders, Phillies, Hawks, Niners, Trailblazers, and Bills. Jared Steven's 1 spot nets him the Lakers, Reds, and Predators. Amanda, looking for some box color magic, has the A's, or in this case, the Oakland A's, which unfortunately Nick Kurtz does not play for. I call them the Hobo A's because they are currently homeless as of right now. With the Braves and the Cowboys, and Bill Sweetenham looking for a sweet hit to start the day with the Cubs, Tigers, Knicks, and Duckies. Good luck to everybody. Better luck to my parlays later today. I think Steven and I can definitely attest to that.
Oh, I haven't done that in a while.
Attaboy. Glad you're more responsible than me. Well, so, and this is exactly why you play the headliners, because you get something oh so sweet like this, my man, to start off the day. Looking for where it actually is, because I want to figure out who's actually going to win this one. This is going to be interesting, because I'm not seeing the team that he should be on here. Yes, I do. Sometimes it sneaks in there. We're going to get ourselves one of the last. He pitched behind Greg Maddux. He pitched behind John Smoltz. But he is a legendary Hall of Famer in his own right, Steven. How about Tom Glavine?
Oh!
Tom Glavine. Tom the Terrific. Not only one of the best left-handed pitchers ever, but one of the best big-game lefties ever. A 1995 World Series winner with the Atlanta Braves. Amanda Cole. How about that? How about that little Ragtee Sports?
I have some video somewhere of me going absolutely yard with him in MLB The Show in an online game.
You going yard with Tom Glavine.
I went yard with him.
You going yard with him.
We went 7 innings and drove it around.
Or on MLB The Show and MLB Legend as well. Hall of Fame 2014. Won it with my guy, the Big Herd, Frank Thomas. I will always remember that for sure. Now we got ourselves typically. Where are those little stamps? There's one. And it's the other back there. This shit playing shadow ball in there. It's pretty
I feel the lid on that.
pretty hard to see.
I feel the lid of the knob on that.
Yeah, we could definitely make that work. Yeah, look at that. That is being hashtag resourceful. There you go.
Oh, let me put that in.
There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. I have to be very delicate with this bad boy. Amanda,
Tom
congratulations
Glavine.
again.
Nice.
Again, she called her shot. She got Tommy the Terrific, and that is a terrific way.
Not even a secondary. Or not, yeah, dude, that's
a photo headliner right there, boy. Whew. That is nice. Yeah, Tommy G, man, one of my pitched. I mean, his prime was a little bit before my time, but then again, a legend in the game of baseball. And Amanda, a legend here in the break room. So very, very nice.
Starting her Sunday off right with a W.
I wish
it.
I wish I could wake up on my Sunday morning, take my feet up, and have Tom Glavine join me for morning breakfast.
That sounds really awesome.
It's like one of those memes where you ever it's not really a meme, but it's a like a picture creative thing where it's like, which lunch table do you want to sit at?
Yeah.
And it's got like 3 different people and you got to choose which table. Give me the Tom Glavine table every day of the week. Also a very, very intelligent baseball analyst as well, if you ever hear Tom Glavine talk baseball. So I'll keep that there. She said, very nice, thanks. No, thank you, Amanda. You're the one that buys in. I'm just the person who was lucky enough to open it up for you. So that is a great start right there in the multi-sport. So don't stop now, boys and girls. So that is now down to 8 headliners and still 14 boxes, about 60% on that headliner to box ratio. So let's figure out the rest of the ratios are going to be in this room. I want to start with this father figure weekend warrior. We have gone through 3 different sets of fathers, and I got to figure out the culprit who keeps changing these. I have a couple suspects on the top of my list. And I think one of them might be showing up here today. 9 golden tickets. By the time I get through this rundown, guys, I'll explain to you what the golden tickets are in case you are not familiar. It is the most, I would go as far on a limb to say this, Steven. It is the most unique creation we have ever had here in the UA Live break room. Outside of our mystery box tab, where you can go in and buy a mystery box and get yourself a guaranteed win, this gives you the most incentive to play in our break room, and that corresponds with our 9 golden tickets. Kind of like what we just saw in the multi-sport mixer, the Weekend Warrior is also a multi-sport mixer as well. And on top of that, y'all, you get a separate chase wheel spin for the Weekend Warrior today. So 8 different names are going to get something right off the bat here. If you know that you have a spot in here, y'all, cover your losses, as I always say. That last spot can net you something really, really great. Like the Shaquille O'Neal basketball. This ain't too shabby. Silver Wilson basketball from Shaq Daddy himself. This guy has his face and name everywhere. 4-time NBA champion, 2000 NBA MVP, and a 3-time Finals MVP. Again, and respectfully so, there is always a whole lot of talk and a whole lot of hype about the late, great Kobe Bryant, 5-time NBA champion. But the first 3 championships Kobe Bryant won, he was the incredible Robin to Shaq's Batman. Make no mistake about it. Absolutely gorgeous basketball here for one of the greatest players in NBA history. I don't want to say unanimous top 10 player or whatever by most people, but he's pretty close to that. Cal Ripken, how about another Hall of Fame inscribed bat? I would love to add as many bats onto this table as I possibly can this morning. Cal Ripken Jr., the Iron Man, over 2,600 consecutive games played. My body hurts just from thinking of that. I can't even go 2 consecutive days at my gym, which, by the way, I'm repping the Vasa brand to try to recruit you. Into
don't worry, you don't have to try.
The Vasa family.
They have a basketball court. They're already ahead of so many people.
Dude, oh my God, I'm still. I got to start going to the Wheaton one, man. I'm pissed. I'm pissed about mine. I went in there the other day, like I told you, and it was like I went at like 2 p.m. Court was just pitch black. I'm like, okay. I'm like, maybe they're doing little renovations. Cool. Water damage out for a month. I'm like,
I'm like, is your membership only the one gym, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to upgrade it. Yeah, no, but it's only like
paying the $39.
It's like a $10 difference to upgrade. So I mean, I'm might as well. You expect me to lift all these weights here? Yeah, like, come on. Like, what do I look like?
I did push-ups last Monday off the camera, and I did 60 of them. I was sore for 3 days. So like my shot was jank.
Yes.
For like 3 days. Like I'm trying to just like get back into it.
That's always the fear, especially if you ever if you lift weights, depending on how many you lift, and then you play basketball on the same day, it's not as bad.
I don't reckon. No, it's horrible.
I don't was gonna say I don't think it's as bad, but if you try playing the next day after you lift, then it's absolutely terrible.
Well, like that's what when I was on my family vacation where I unfortunately had to leave you. My cousins are all health nuts, and so she's like, lift twice a week. I'm like, I don't think you guys get it. I just don't think you guys understand. My jumper is wet. Yeah, and I can't mess with that. Yeah. And that's what I want to build the strength. Mm-hmm. I felt more comfortable up here now than I did before, but now I have to recalibrate things.
You think anyone
comfortable in this?
You think anyone ever walked up to Kyle Korver and said, Your shot's great, but I think it could be better.
Yeah, could you be stronger?
Can you be stronger? Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
No.
Be like, do you want my shots to go in, or do you want me to be a bodybuilder?
Yeah, no.
You make the choice.
No, I want my jumper to remain the same. So that's gonna have to happen.
I can't say the same thing though for the headliners in this series. Absolutely no reason by the end of the show that these should remain the same. Cal Ripken, come on, it's the Oriole Orange as well for the ink on the baseball bat. Absolutely gorgeous Louisville Slugger there. Dale Earnhardt Jr., which I believe, if I remember correctly, this is going to double up with the Shaquille O'Neal basketball. We can go through double, triple up, and quad possibilities in just a few moments. Legendary NASCAR racer Dale Earnhardt Jr. Anytime that you get a speed flex for $128 on a single, you absolutely have to run to the checkout cart, guys, and make sure that you go after and get this right here. 4-time Super Bowl champion Rob Gronkowski on the gorgeous Buccaneer red ink. That is on the sweet spot right there of the speed flex. One of my all-time favorite players, and should be yours too, Rob Gronkowski. How about junior and senior? I just talked about this guy. He got an all-star nomination for, I believe, the 5th or 6th time in his career. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the $500 million man, had a legendary postseason run to bring the Jays to Game 7 of the World Series last year against the LA Dodgers. Oh, and his pops wasn't too bad either. Over 400 career home runs, over a 300 lifetime batting average, 9 Gold Gloves, and of course, the most prestigious honor you can get, a 2004 American League MVP.
Right.
Vlad Sr., the best bad ball hitter I think you and I probably have ever seen. This is a guy who would literally turn his baseball bat into a pitching wedge on breaking balls in the dirt, man. He was truly one of one.
Absolutely.
Speaking of one of one, this guy is as well. By the way, the guy that's coming in a little bit later, Tim Shaw, who will be with me for noon and 3, he got to see this guy pitch live at I still call it Miller Park, but American Family Field up in Milwaukee last weekend against your Cubs. Jacob Misiorowski, the best strikeout artist in the game today, and he's only in his 2nd year. This is on a 2025 All-Star Game ball. He made it his first ever All-Star Game last year, if you don't know, in his rookie year, and he pitched just 40 innings. That was it, just 40 innings. He was that spectacular, that dominant, and he is probably the leading National League Cy Young guy right now. Him, Christopher Sanchez, probably the top 2 guys as of right now. Jacob Misiorowski is truly on his way to having a very GOAT-like career. Ryan Getzlaf on a licensed jersey. Now, why do I mention that? You will see custom jerseys. By the way, there is a custom jersey right now in that multi-sport, which I'll get to in a bit. Anytime you get a license, it is naturally more in terms of value, right? So now Ryan Getzlaf, who is one of the greatest Anaheim Ducks ever. I'm not a big hockey aficionado, but when I grew up playing a lot of NHL games, this guy was a staple on the first line and first power play for the Anaheim Ducks. I believe he is their all-time points leader in franchise history. I mean, him, Corey Perry, Teemu Selanne, Scott Niedermayer. If you don't know what Ducks I'm talking about, then look him up. Look him up. There were some very, very good teams that Mr. Getzlaf played on. Speaking of documentaries, I said I watched one for this guy who's the secondary headliner in the multisport. This guy was another big part of it. How about Big Papi, David Ortiz, a guy who was signed to the Boston Red Sox in the offseason of 2003, Steven, for just 1 year and $1.25 million. The Minnesota Twins said, hey, you know what? I really want to see more of Corey Koski over at first base. David Ortiz got hurt in 2002 for the Twins. He expected to play every day. Not so fast. The Twins did not give him an everyday chance, and it's probably one of the biggest regrets in franchise history that they have. One of, if not the greatest postseason hitter in MLB history, Big Papi, David Ortiz. And I'm interested to see what this guy's going to be on. Come on, brother. We got Hulk Hogan as a secondary headliner as well, which is going to go alongside the Shaq. How about that? Shaq, Misiorowski, and Hulk Hogan, all in a division with one another. Does not get much better than that, folks. You know what else doesn't get much better? A Weekend Warrior closing out. So that single is officially closed out.
Cool.
Round of applause to whoever did that. We'll find out the culprit in just a few seconds. And just a heads up, Home Slice, that the auto replenish is not turned on.
Yep, I got it right there.
All right, awesome. Just so you know.
Already on that page.
Thank you, my man. 3 to go in that jersey single as well. But we'll get to that in just a few moments. Again, Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Stephen Ryan, Rob Hill, getting you guys through your hangovers, possibly. Feel free to let us know how your 4th was. just because I was not here yesterday, unfortunately. I wanted to keep the letters, the stencils right there, the red, white, and blue theme. Shout out to Joe, Rip, maybe, or Hayden, whoever decided to change the colors on that. Looks very, very stylish. So let us know how your 4th was. How did you celebrate our country of independence? The 250th birthday yesterday for the United States. So if you're not from the United States, then you didn't have to celebrate. But now you're going to celebrate with us here in the break room.
When does Team USA play again?
I think they play tomorrow night against Belgium.
Oh,
and
that'll be fun.
Yeah, let me double check on that really quick. ESPN. Let's see. Today they have Brazil and Norway. Oh, Mexico and England play tonight. That's supposed to be a very highly anticipated game. Let me see the scoreboard. I just clicked on an ad. I don't want that. Yeah, United States and Belgium kick off tomorrow at 7 o'clock on Fox, Telemundo, and Fox 1.
Sounds good. All right, that is ready to go for you.
Up in Seattle, Washington, they're playing at Lumen Field. Just the light price of $1,300 to get in the door tonight. A light $1,300. My wallet is screaming just thinking.
I'm not sure if the point per dollar ratio meets what I want.
I literally paid less money, no bullshit, to get my all-inclusive trip in Cancun. Paid less than that, including airfare.
That sounds way better.
Yeah, it's on for 4 days too. Dude, yeah. I'm gonna come back about as red as the Bulls coloring on your shirt.
My back.
This
weekend.
There you go.
It's much better now, but.
Let's see what we got. Okay, so one number for Weekend Warrior, number 4. So again, 2 breaks to start off the Sunday morning show, exactly the pace that we want. Back-to-back single breaks number 4 as well, by the way, for the Father Fig Warrior number 4. What's up to all my Father Figs that are out there? Amanda, okay, it's got to be your lucky number. She rocking 12 again. You know, the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's what my hitting coach in high school used to tell me. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm here, so must have been pretty broke. Let's see, 9 times in a row we go. Bada bing, bada boom. So, again, another multi-sport series in a way. And by the way, everybody that's in that series, again, we can only have one winner. But guess what? Chance for a Chase wheel spin at the end of the show, guys. So, shout out to you. Joe Gallagher has got that Broncos, Yankees, and Friday the 13th. David Pinsky has the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, NASCAR, and Washington Nationals. So, David has a shot for that Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Rob Gronkowski Speed Flex. Rick Pickett, Husker guy. What's going on, Ricky P? Falcons, Commanders, UFC, and Blackhawks. Tom Kaz, again, sniping his way through the break room. Ravens, Boxing, Bulls, and Wizards. Keen Hermson has the Cowboys, Guerreros, which is that dual sign baseball, Creed, and Magic. Amanda, another 1 spot. She has a chance, by the way, for that Cal Ripken, Ryan Getzlav, Cavaliers, and Supersonic spot. Adam Meadows has the Badgers, Rockets, Red Sox, and Cubs. And this is probably the most premier division to get in. Lakers, Brewers, WWE, and Knicks. That is the Shaq, Mizorowski, and Hulk Hogan spots in the break room. So 12 was lucky the first time. Will it be as lucky this second time around?
The real question.
Survey says, oh shit, you're gonna like this one. This is cool for a multitude of reasons. So I didn't get a chance to come around and explain to you guys because you guys are just so effing great that I didn't have a chance to explain what the golden tickets are. Well, now I'm gonna have to. 3 golden tickets.
There we go.
Is gonna how to start that off. So the golden tickets, 99 times out of 100, by the way, they're gonna coincide with the hidden gems. Sometimes we get a secondary headliner. I mean, rarely, if ever, do we get with the photo headliner. But we're gonna get a hidden gem here. By the way, 3 golden tickets. So we will now be down to 6, by the way, after this poll. And this is gonna go to a franchise that no longer exists in its current sport. But it may be coming back when expansion is planning on coming back in this sport. And this guy is one of the biggest freak athletes in NBA history. A Seattle Supersonic legend, Sean Kemp.
Ooh.
Sean Kemp, the Dunkaholic himself, him alongside the Glove and Gary Peyton, led the Supersonics to their second and most recent finals appearance in Sonics history. If you want to consider the Thunder, of course, a part of their team history, then they've obviously made the finals a few times since then. But Sean Kemp, man, That's
a nice custom, yeah.
That is absolutely clean.
I like that.
I had a buddy of mine yesterday at the Jays and Mariners game up in Seattle. He actually got himself a Kevin Durant Supersonics jersey. So maybe this got manifested a little bit. And who decided to call the box number and get one spot again? Amanda, go buy some lotto tickets again. One spot in box 12. How about that?
Well done, Amanda.
How about that? That is awesome. So 3 golden tickets and Sean Kemp. She's living right. So she gets Sean Kemp, Tom Glavine, and 3 golden tickets to start the day. How about that? Fuglin, buddy, he said, great box calling, Amanda. Indeed. How is the 4th with the fam? You still got your fingers from any fireworks being lit off? The weather here yesterday, like most of the Midwest weather, was definitely a tale of 2 stories. It was, we literally had flood warnings throughout most of the suburbs yesterday, really all across Illinois. And, but then, depending on where you were located at, it stopped later in the night. Definitely did not stop the fireworks from falling down, that is for sure. So congratulations, Amanda.
Nice hit. Electric basketball player.
Dude, right? We always remember the Seattle Supersonics, Sean Kemp, not so much the Orlando Magic, Sean Kemp.
That's true.
Very, very nice. For a multitude of reasons. But again, this guy at his very best, one of the best power forwards at his peak ever. He was an absolute dynamic athlete. Probably the closest thing to Dominique Wilkins that we've seen. She said, let's go, guys. That 12, I don't know. That was some luck. Again, you make your own luck, as I like to say here in the break room. Now, look, at the end of the day, unless you buy out all the break spots, right, that is a guaranteed win. But at the same time, you know, Amanda, I like to look at what you're doing right now as you're being at a blackjack table at a casino. I, for some reason, decided to be your hot dealer this morning. And when you get a hot dealer at a casino, you don't want to go. You don't want to go anywhere. You want to continue to play until the wheels fall off. And that's how I view this break room, right? So hopefully we continue to have things in series that pique your interest. And I highly, highly recommend closing out that college, guys, because you get twice the money back on the Chase Wheel Spin at the end of the program, and you have a brand new series that will drop for you as well. So back into that break room as we got Fuglin saying my neighbor was a semi-pro when setting fireworks off, and he had a bunch he set off. I could see it from my front yard, and he only set half of them off. So more tonight. Hey, there you go. There you go. So a whole weekend full of fireworks for Fuglin. That is fun. Fun there. So getting ourselves back into the break room, guys. Let's see what we got. That single is now refreshed. Multisport got bought into again with the single. That is fantastic. And, you know, I'm speaking to the college, so I want to get back into the college here. Again, 6 to go on that next single for 129. And Terry McLaurin for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Ohio State Buckeyes right there for what we got for Sketty Teddy. Love myself, Terry McLaurin, man. I've actually pulled 3 different McLaurins this week. Does that mean I can get a McLaurin car? Does that mean that's what I win?
Boy, that'd be quite the gift.
I really wish that was the case.
I think a lot of people would be gunning a lot more.
I really wish that was the case. So, yep, Fuglin, a big Ohio fan. Him coming from Ohio, obviously. For the Ohio State University, one of the best receivers to come out of Ohio State this past decade. That's saying a lot. They are a wide receiver factory.
You could rank them, and we probably will be get them in this room.
We could turn an entire show into talking about Ohio State wide receivers. So, Wes Welker, speaking of wide receivers, I believe Texas Tech Red Raider for Wes Welker. So, which by the that's okay. I might have been playing a little coy because I knew that he doubled up with Patrick Mahomes. So I may have been leading that up a bit. But Mahomes, unfortunately, has passed us by. But guess what? So have a lot of other lids, 28 of them to be exact. 100% chance at the headliners. And you know what? Because for whatever reason, this Cosmic Stardust brought to you by Alani. That's not a sponsor, by the way, guys. I'm just being silly. This thing is hitting this morning. So I'm going to be nice to you guys because this energy drink is nice to me. It's
only 15 calories.
Oh, right? That's all. It's all I'm consumed. Do you see my body type? I'm nothing but 15 calories.
This is not 15 calories.
15 calories. What is that? Some jungle juice you're rocking? That looks like is that like a cleanse? Kind of looks like a Bloody Mary.
No, it's just watermelon, strawberry.
Watermelon. Sounds fantastic.
It is delicious.
Like just
And then I put
squeezed from like the berries itself.
Yeah, blended with water, and then I pour carbonated water in it, so it has like soda, not soda taste, because I'm not gonna fake that, but the spice, I guess, of the bubbles. The bubbles is the part I care about.
Kind of like the citrus. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The citrus. Get it? You've got to put me on your diet. So, so again, guys,
it's very tedious and annoying. I don't know if you want to go through it. I will say this right now for you: this is the time to do it.
Yeah, no, I need it. Trust me. I think Voss is gonna feel my wrath after I depart from the studios today. So I'm gonna spend my Sunday night.
I gotta buy that.
Yeah. Maybe I might just break into the basketball studio. So they're just gonna hear basketball dribbling, swooshing the net, but they can't actually see me. Be like, shadow ball. So I'm gonna be kind and courteous to you guys throughout the rest of the show. This 129, you can cut this down to 100. I'm going to make this 100 flat, and you get a ×2 chase wheel spin. I'm literally towards the edge of trying to help you guys close this out. I cannot do much more, but I definitely do not want to do anything less. Want to help you guys as much as you possibly can. Obviously, we're down to 2 boxes. We dropped this, I believe, either Friday night or yesterday morning. So this has been a big hit here in the break room. Again, we close this out. New series around the corner. No new series will be dropped until one of these 5 series goes off the break page, y'all. Just so you guys know. So again, $100 the rest of the way, and you can literally earn twice your break spot back at the end of the show if we close out both boxes in this series. So again, make some movement on that. You'll get $29 back instantly if you got a spot there. So I talked about the multi-sport, talked about the weekend warrior as well. Want to give a little respect to the reps, man. I want to rep the reps as best as I can here in the break room this morning, because they are gorgeous. 6 headliners, 8 boxes, 75% ratios. I did not do well with math in school. I certainly did not go to college for math. But I do major in ratios here in this break room.
A major ratio.
A major ratio sounds like something a 13-year-old would say to me on Twitter when he replied to me. You just got ratio, buddy.
Someone will call someone a major ratio. As an insult.
Yeah. You just got major ratio.
Yeah.
Suck it.
Bro, why are you such a ratio?
Oh, you're such a little ratio, you. Great news in the baseball world: CB Buckner to retire after the season. So,
they finally pushed him out.
Yeah, him, Angel Hernandez, Joe West. They're all finally going by the door.
I think more importantly, Peter Armstrong made the All-Star team.
Look, I know. He
won't
sit here,
start, but
I could sit here all show and talk about who I think should and shouldn't have started that All-Star game, but I think PCA and Walker should have gotten even James Wood, you could have argued.
Oh, I would have done those 3.
Yeah, I think they all could have done it. Look, Brandon Marsh is leading the league in hitting, all due respect to him, but Brandon Marsh isn't putting up the gaudy numbers that those 3 guys are. Yeah. So, what are the
Rat.
I don't know if that's something that if Bob is trying to hint at or imply here to us. What's going on, Bobby? Good to see you, dude. Hopefully you enjoyed the Swift and Kelsey wedding. So,
were you the leak?
Were you
the leak, Bob?
Dude, I saw. There's this insanely funny Twitter account called Greg on Twitter.
Yes, I know Greg.
You seen Greg?
With Greg with that like droop face.
So the first leaked picture.
The one he asked Stephen A. Swift the question.
Yes. The first.
I signed it in
I signed it.
That's right, you did.
Attaboy.
That's right, you did.
So we all know that Bob wasn't the guy that leaked out the photos.
Bob's too classy for that.
The one that I saw of kind of like that bird's eye view of Swift in her wedding dress, it was from Greg, at least that I saw. He's like had a great time the other night, and he photoshopped his face on to the guy sitting on the table behind her, and I literally was looking for him, and I was like, I started dying when I saw that picture of him. That was great. I wish I could make it the background. Hell, I might as the show goes
Greg
on.
is awesome.
Greg's the man,
dude. He's like, good morning to everyone. It's morning to, and screw everyone that says good night. They do the opposite. It's the night,
It's gotta get those clicks somehow. Just like here in the break room, man, clicks are very, very important. Tell your friends, tell your family. Look, I know that Sundays are usually made for rest and relaxation, and if you partied a little too hard last night for the 4th, then there's no better way than to make some coffee, kick up your feet, and enjoy Ultimate Autographs. 63 on the single, 126 on the double, 252 on those quads. We got a great double up right here, staring us right in the face. Two of the running backs this millennium that have won an MVP award. Very, very rare in the modern day and age do running backs win the MVP. LaDainian Tomlinson was the second most recent to do it, Adrian Peterson being the most recent, and Terrell Davis. Terrell Davis, man, this is on a gorgeous Eclipse Orange Crush replica for the Denver Broncos. Look, if you go back and you look at TD's 3-year peak before, unfortunately, he came to injuries. I think he retired at age 29 or 30. He had a very short but very phenomenal career. You could argue it's the best 3-year peak for a running back in NFL history. 1,500 plus yards.
It's very possible.
In every season, he is one of 9 running backs to ever eclipse that 2,000-yard mark. A very elite club to be in. And this is an elite helmet, guys. An Eclipse replica for potentially just $63. I would obviously get into the double. You got a 75% chance of hitting a headliner. You might as well want to get in there. We've already got some action in there as well for 126. And again, I want to put some respect on the reps, man. Unless you are looking to flip or trade these replica helmets, which by the way would still net you some coin, because again, these are all superstars in this series. Yeah. If you are looking to display them, now look, I know the holiday season is not really around the corner as of yet, but once we transition into fall and winter time, and you're going to be hosting a lot of people coming over, which I will hope to do with my, hopefully I'll be a homeowner by the fall and winter. So when I end up doing that, and I have a Terrell Davis replica, do you think that Mima, you know, your nanny, you think they're going to come over and say, man, Rob, I really love this Terrell Davis, but if you had it in an authentic or a speed flex, it would really look a lot better? No, they're not going to say that, because it is very, very negligible when you look at an authentic or a rep from afar and you see how it is displayed. The only true difference out of a small size difference is the padding on the inside of the authentic. That is made to replicate the look of a speed flex. And obviously, speed flexes, for those that do not know, is what the players wear every given Sunday. So, but the replicas, guys, for $63, very, very much of a steal for y'all to take advantage of here. And again, this is another series where we can get another new different series up the more action that we start to churn on for this. Amanda, those golden tickets have just been added.
But give them like, I don't know how long, but I know sometimes it takes more than just like a minute.
Yeah.
I did just add them, yes. Thank you. Appreciate you sending that nice reminder.
Thank you, Amanda. Appreciate that. Again, don't be shy to send us reminders, guys. So if you are currently looking for something, and again, not just reminders, but questions. Questions are very important. Steven and I are here to be your roadmaps, your guides to get you through the break room. Because again, if you're playing it for like the first or second time, there's a lot being thrown at you. So Amanda, I'm just checking the golden ticket balance that we have right now. You are now up to 5 tickets, because Steven just added that. So 5 tickets, by the way. I can mention a couple of lids in that locker. Haven't gone into it as of yet. I'm going to go into that in the golden tickets here in just a moment. 11 headliners and 27 boxes for our 5th and final series I will talk about today. We're 3 spots away for $31 a spot. Somebody get $93 out of their checking, and let's get our first jersey pull of the show. Unbelievable names for what we got here and the 2-point jersey series. 31 on the single, 62 on the double, 124 on that quad. Speaking of, I just mentioned this guy, the most recent running back to win MVP in league history, Adrian Peterson. Now, I kind of want to ask you this, because again, you and I are similar in age. You know, it's not exactly apples to apples with our age group, but we're pretty close. The running back season that you were most impressed by that you've ever seen in person.
Shout out to 6 LaDainian Tomlinson.
That's my number 2. Adrian Peterson, 2012 from me, because that was the first year that I started watching football. So 2012, Adrian Peterson. He was not only the face of the NFL, he was the face of the league. Yeah. At that time too.
Carried Christian Pondexter to
Christian Pondexter. 4-Pete all the way, man.
Yeah.
Hey, anytime that you could, nab Brooklyn Decker as a character in a show, you're not doing too bad. Shout out to Gina Gibbiotti if she's tuning in today, so.
If you get traded for a reduced sentence in the original season.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to swap.
I just lost Adrian Peterson.
You're going to prison for 5 years, and I just lost Adrian Peterson. Why did you have to go to the third store? Just Keep it small. I just stole a Kit Kat last week. Nobody knows the difference.
You keep it small.
You keep it small.
Goodness gracious. What a No, he's the number 2 back of my lifetime, but
Peterson.
Yeah. But like when I first started asking my dad questions about football, he had Latainian Tomlinson on his team. Then the next year, and I'd been playing Madden for a few years now at this point, so I knew a lot of the players. But then he's like, "Do you want to play?" And I was like, "Yes." And then it was the 2006 season. I got the number 1 pick because it was my first year in the league, and I got it. And I got Latainian Tomlinson.
That's got to be like that. Had to be one of the most unanimous number 1 picks.
Oh yeah, and I was like,
especially
Latainian
PPR.
Tomlinson. We're not waiting. We're not.
Yeah,
we're not messing around.
Yeah,
that was. I went 15-1 that year.
Jeez.
Boy carried.
I was gonna say hop on your back. Yeah, that's something that Peterson could do at his very best. This guy cannot have that same level of fantasy impact, but you want to talk about as steady as she goes for having a wide receiver in fantasy. Hell, for having this guy in Marvin Lewis's offense, AJ Green, one of the most underrated wide receivers of the 2000s and 2010s. He was anything but mid. The team that he played for was the definition of mid. The Kings of being 9-7 or 8-8 every year. Andy Dalton, with all due respect, very nice quarterback, but he was mid, as the kids would say. He was mid. All the way around. This guy elevated every offense that he played on. Hey, I even got a soft spot for him. I've seen him on Arizona Cardinals stuff in this room. And he actually had a really good first year in Arizona, almost 1,000 yards in his first year in Arizona. Darrelle Revis, this guy made a living of shutting down guys like AJ Green. Revis Island. I had 2 options of where I was going to go for Jasmine's birthday. In the next couple of weeks, I had 2 options, Cancun all-inclusive or Revis Island all-inclusive. I decided to go to Cancun because I did not want Darrelle Revis blanketing me all weekend long. I wanted to enjoy myself. So Darrelle Revis 2009, you could argue
might be warm.
Might be warm. That's just what I need more of on an island is to get more warm. But I could probably use a blanket to keep my my bare skin from getting torched up in Cancun. I'm telling you, man.
The goal is to be burnt.
I am literally going to look like a snake losing its skin, bro. Like I'm going to be peeling up the wazoo when I get back. It is because I don't tan. I go from white to pink.
But do you put on sunscreen?
I would
in an attempt to
what I am anticipating. Like, if I know I'm going to be out in the sun for quite a long time, I will. But, like, if I'm going to the beach for a few hours and I know the heat index is not super crazy, I don't like sunscreen because the smell of it actually makes me very nauseous. So, but in these situations, I got to do what I got to do. But, yeah, regardless.
Go smell the ocean while you get sprayed on you.
Well, even, like, whether it's, like, the actual that you rub on, the spray, it don't matter. It makes me a little nauseous. And with how many Miami Vices and Palomas I look on.
That's my wife's favorite drink.
Miami Vices or Palomas?
Miami Vices.
Dude, a very underrated drink.
Oh, it's great.
It's a phenomenal
drink.
It's also a phenomenal vacation drink. I'll hopefully we can, maybe celebrate, or I can celebrate.
I'm actually going to Tony's here after to get some $1.99 chicken because obviously chicken's a main part of my diet. But they have
shout out Tony's.
They have $1. They have the $1 pouches for the freezy things. And you can make your home.
Yeah.
Not as nice as the ones when someone's making it for you because you paid them to make it for you, but along the same lines.
I like how you mentioned chicken is like being a huge part of your diet. I finally stepped away from anything fried. I actually go to Jewel every Monday now because they have the 8 pieces of chicken for like $9 or $10.
Yeah.
So I'll get 2 of each for grilled. Gets me like 2 or 3 meals. It's fantastic.
Well, this is why Costco's huge because you can just go pick up that chicken for $5. And you can just shred it.
Chicken, like a rotisserie type of chicken. Yeah, it's not even 10 o'clock here, and I'm already starving. So,
I have my chicken ready to go.
So much. I was gonna say so much for me fasting for the day. Speaking of
fast, plan to fast.
I was trying to figure out I'm trying to test myself more and more now. I'm like, do I go grab something to eat or make something for myself after this show, after the 12, after the 3? I'm really trying to pace myself.
I was your age and. Not so long ago.
When you were my age.
What's like 8 years difference?
When you were my age.
It's like an 8-year difference.
What are you, 30 what?
I'm 34.
You're 34? Jesus, man. Look great for 34, bro.
I didn't start really cooking for myself until like 3 years ago. So
yeah.
It changes when it changes, but it will.
34,
You'll see something, you're like,
jeez.
I can do that, and it'll taste better than this. And then you're like, okay, I can't go back.
I
Yes,
have
we know,
underwear
Bob.
older than the two of you.
Bob,
Yeah.
let me send you some new underwear.
We are as long
Please,
as
please, let me send
as
you some
long
new
as you're
underwear.
not currently watching the show in that pair of underwear. Other than that, I'm fine with that. Now, do you have underwear?
He's not
that's,
Ronnie and Sulaco.
Yes, this is true. I'm not gonna.
Also, I still
that.
haven't seen Ronnie since he got swept.
I saw.
We have a bet.
Who's for?
He's a Padre fan.
He's a Padre fan. Oh wow.
His Twitch username is Cubs500 at best.
One of his many aliases. Personally, my favorite. But clearly that's not going to happen with the Cubs unless they keep playing the Cardinals all year long.
Well,
so
snag one today, ideally.
who's starting for y'all today?
No idea. A guy.
He's pretty good. Top prospect. Yeah. who's Fabio?
Yeah,
he's a shortstop from Seattle.
We need anyone at this point. Like, we are so desperate for anything.
No more David Peterson. That is for sure.
Nah, he was fine. Oh, Javier Assad.
Assad, nice.
I say that.
Yeah.
We just need to
Assad.
take advantage of something.
As long as your team and my team do not target the same starting pitchers at the deadline, I would really appreciate that.
Why? Who do you guys want?
Well, for me, I'm looking for I'm looking for
What's a rumored target?
I'm looking for I'm looking for a duo. I'm either looking for a combo of Sonny Gray and Aroldis Chapman, or with the Mets, Peralta and Luke Weaver.
Okay, well, I'm either looking for that first duo, Sonny Gray or Aroldis Chapman. But
He had your time with your team. Come to the South Side for 2 months. He
doesn't
did
get a
his
choice.
job.
He doesn't get a choice. It's what the Red
He
Sox
did his
feel is
job.
a compensating package. But the other package I want, because they won't trade him to you.
Well, we historically
not
make
them.
trades with Boston.
No,
so.
not with Boston. I'm talking about the two pitchers I want.
Okay.
Waka and Lugo.
Dude,
From the Royals, who they will not trade you.
All-star Michael Waka.
Exactly.
Waka's, I think he made his all-star bid on us alone. 16 innings pitched, 1 run. He is a stud.
Well, we know where he's starting
a
August
stud.
1st or whatever we play.
I think he's one of the most obvious, like up in age, rental.
Well, so is Lugo.
Yeah,
And
Lugo
they're not
is
just
too.
they're not
Yeah.
just this season rentals. Like, we got them for next year too.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine they're going to cost much.
Yeah.
And the Cubs, as desperate and not as good as our farm system is and/or was.
That's what I was just going to
like.
say.
It's not worth risking everything for a half season.
Does Waka have more years, or is he a
He
rental?
got 1 year after this.
That's going to cost you. I was going to say, because your farm system is not as great as it has been, that might hurt a little, because if you're getting a controlled guy, I'm sure
But
Jed
Lugo's
can,
controlled too.
I'm sure
They're
Hawkins
just old.
can work
That's the
some
problem.
magic.
They're just old.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is where we have to take advantage. And all trade packages that I see for anyone are grossly overpriced. They never go for that.
Because the people that are creating that is the fan of the team that is probably selling.
Well,
said
like
player.
Josh Naylor when he got traded to the Mariners, right?
Yeah.
He went for like the number 13 prospect.
Dude,
That's nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
That's nothing.
Depending on the system, but again, most of the time it's not.
It's generally nothing.
Because I always get reminded every time of the James Shields trade, and anything is possible with a prospect. But I do believe, depending on the status of your team and situation, like if you're trying to contend and win now, I don't want to hear anything about prospects. If you genuinely believe that you can come out of your league on that given year, you got to go for it.
The only guy I don't think the Cubs are trading is this Isaiah Hartenstein guy who's just absolutely mauling it in low ball A. It might be Josiah Hartenstein. Sorry,
Isaiah Hartenstein.
But
That's a lot of good picks.
He's balling in low A. It doesn't mean anything. But again, do you know what percentage of minor leaguers make it to the big leagues and have sustainable careers?
Very low.
Exactly.
Very low.
Not worth.
Yeah.
The risk of hoarding that.
Which is, and kind of, before I get back into the break room here, guys, I kind of want to get your thoughts on this from the other side of town perspective, because a lot of talking heads and a lot of internal discussion for the Sox is, look, the AL Central, considering the status of it, is very up for grabs. Now, there is this weird thing, because we got a lot of good, we've debuted 13 players this year. A lot of them are everyday contributors or, from the pitchers aspect. If you're the Sox, right, and you have an opportunity to go for
internal instinct, Bob. Sorry.
If you go for, I say a Hardenstein, see Thunder. If you're the Sox, if you're Chris Getz, and you have an opportunity to get some of the best rentals available, how much are you willing to part with some of your?
Yeah, it's Josiah. It's Josiah.
Some of your upper echelon minor league guys.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on those upper echelon minor league guys?
I think there's one disposable guy, and he was our first round pick last year in Billy Carlson. 80 grade field guy, but again, his hit tool, he's literally an 80 like
he's a
grade.
Perfect fielder.
Yeah, he's literally got Ozzie Smith comps coming. Like he is a wizard in the field. Shortstop, yeah.
No, trade him.
But the biggest thing is that
Can he play other positions?
We got a guy in front of him. Well, he's a shortstop. You can always transition to whatever. That's why a lot of people draft shortstops.
Some people can, some people can't though. You know, like as much as you want to say it, some people can and some people can't.
I mean, look what you guys did with a guy like Matt Shaw, a wizard at third base, and now because to get him in the lineup, you put him in the corner outfield. Yeah. So it's much easier to do that.
Usually speaking, though, you can.
Yeah. Sam Antonacci.
There's a reason they play shortstop and center field. The top 25 picks in the draft.
Uber athletic. You know what you don't do? You don't take Andrew Vaughn and put him in outfield. Exactly. That's a big no-no. But getting back on that, we got a guy in Caleb Bonnemer, number 13 prospect in baseball. He is in front of Carlson. And then the first overall pick, if we take a guy like Rock Chalowski coming up in a few days, who's 21 years old, he's a junior at UCLA. He's going to be up here a lot sooner rather than later compared to a guy like Grady Emerson, who's a high school phenom, who's obviously going to take multiple years to develop. Right, so if we take Chalowski, then guess what, Carlson? Now you're the third infielder that's going to possibly come up. Because again, we already got guys like Mydroth, Antonacci, Vargas, Colson. They're not going anywhere.
Is Vargas a staple now?
Yeah, All-Star Miguel Vargas.
I know. I'm not trying to discredit him, but
All-Star Miguel Vargas.
But you know who was also an All-Star?
He's been the best player.
Do you know who was also an All-Star?
Don't do this.
Giovanni Soto.
Come on, man. Giovanni Soto.
Yeah.
Was that Rookie of the Year, Giovanni Soto?
Yeah. I'm not trying to.
Cubs and Sox legend Giovanni Soto?
I'm just saying, like, I mean, okay, but like, could Rock Chalowski be better than Miguel Vargas?
I will always
trade high on Vargas.
I always
trade high on Vargas.
Prospects are lottery. Well, Miguel was a top prospect for the Dodgers, but they had such an influx of talent that it's like, hey, we're going to get you for a couple months of Michael Kopech. Thank you very much. You know, and now, Miguel has blossomed into one of the best third basemen in baseball. So he's not going anywhere. But again, it's a good. He's
performing. He's performing at the top of a third baseman level. This is his first real year of success.
For sure.
So I would take that with a grain of salt. But he is balling. He is absolutely balling.
The way that I'm confident in him is that his knowledge of the strike zone is so elite.
Do you want to see a sick transition?
This is going to be about PCAs.
No, it's not. It's not even going to be related to PCA.
I'm waiting for the post-it notes.
Nope.
But do we know who didn't agree me with 2 walks?
Do we know? Yeah, I know he did.
Last night. I know. I saw it.
Do we know who can't miss top notch? Nick Kurtz, and you can get him right now in the father figure or the multi-sport. The multi-sport. Yeah. Right now, before it becomes eminent where he belongs in the baseball lore, because that dude is just a beast. And so, to your question with the White Sox. I'm not sure what your pitching depth is like, but again, I would take
not great, Bob.
I would take this is what the Cubs are going to do. The Sonny Grays, the low performing guys in the good performing guys in bad situations. If you can get them for the right price, a 10 to 20, 25 prospect, that's a deal.
I agree.
And you add them to your team and you try your best to get somewhere this season, because just getting to the postseason an accomplishment. If you win a series, wild card or not, that's also an accomplishment. That is how I would do it. I would not mortgage any form of the future. Now, with that draft coming up, if you do take Rock Chalowski, which I don't know, he's still the prohibitive number 1 pick.
It's literally a toss up between Emerson, him, and then Von Locke.
I would take him. Tech. He's more polished.
I would too.
He's got a bigger impact probably immediately if he's as good as he's going to be. But I don't know. But again,
I trust college guys more than are more.
Also,
developed.
if it's Ishbia, the new Parsons
in 2029, he could potentially be, but he's behind the plate almost every home game. So he's.
I'm just saying, as much as you're in this world of we don't spend money. 2029, if this team is ready, he might plug and play a few pieces to help it go. He might pay some people money. Besides the guys that are already on your team.
Yeah.
But is that the real possibility?
I already crunched the numbers with this. And again, for a team like the Sox, who again, notoriously known for being cheap, we put $17 million a year into Murakami going into this year. $10 million into Sir Anthony Dominguez, $6 million into Austin Hayes.
Extend Murakami.
Believe me, he'll be coming up. He'll be coming back right around the corner. Yeah. But again, for a team who only has 2 reliable pitchers in Davis Martin and Sean Burke, who absolutely shoved last night, career high 11 punch outs. Shout out to Mr. Burke. We need a veteran stabilizing presence.
Like a Johnny Cueto.
Especially for Johnny. Yeah.
Like a Johnny Cueto.
You're pretty good for the Royals. But like, we've lost, and you know the situation, 121 losses and then back-to-back 100-loss seasons again. You have got to signify for a fan base that has been craving for a competitive team, not just a winning team, just a competitive team for now so long. Like, you got to show the front office, like, hey, even if we don't make the biggest, splashiest moves at the deadline, you got to show this fan base that
you're making a move.
That you're making a move, that you care about this team winning, that you're not going to stay with the status quo, which is why I think it's important. Not as important, though, as you guys getting into the break room and going after the Tyler Rose, also known as Earl Campbell. Why is he called the Tyler Rose? Well, he's from Tyler, Texas.
Also, we didn't get a chance to talk about it just really quickly. We're not going to go too much in depth, but did you see what the Walmarts did?
Can't say I'm familiar.
The Walmart, the owners of the Broncos, they now have a small ownership in the Chicago Bulls in the United Center.
Oh, yeah. I saw. I didn't like read the story, but I remember seeing.
I just remember seeing that. I was like, good, very good.
Good. The richer, the better. Unless you're Steve Cohen. Sorry, Mets fans, but
at least he tries. Like he does try. He misses a lot. Yeah. But generally speaking, when you're that wealthy, you do hit more often than not. So he is due.
You know what the shocking thing is that you take a guy like David Stearns, who was just, hey, maybe he wasn't really the end all be all, but like with the Brewers, and you clearly have seen what the Brewers do with less. You know, he was waving his magic wand out there, finding guys like diamonds in the rough and turning them into very good everyday players. You give him the second best payroll in baseball, basically a blank check, and somehow they get marketably so much worse for the team that he oversees. Shows you that maybe money doesn't buy everything.
Yeah, but did you also, I have to tell you about the tweet I saw for the Andrew Friedman of the Dodgers.
That was the other comparison going from the Rays to the Dodgers.
Yeah, like they're like the Dodgers. Andrew Friedman was an elite GM with the Rays who spent no money. He is now just simply an elite GM with money.
The one difference I will say is that the Dodgers, even when they're always in World Series contention, they continuously have an elite farm system alongside
that's his
niche. Exactly. That's his niche. Exactly.
He knows how to replace the cycle.
But the Mets, like I'm just talking about this year, it's like what minor league talent has come up. Like AJ Ewing. Like, I know Carson Benj was supposed to be this everyday impactful guy. He hasn't been that as of yet. Like,
they seem to struggle with that.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But like, would PCA be a star with them
in New York?
No,
damn right.
I know he'd be a star, but like, what would they?
You're just saying in terms
would they develop him properly?
The good old Javi Baez for 2 months for PCA. That's going to look like one of the best trades in franchise history. Did you see the one
when we played him a few weeks
ago? Javi was great, by the way, for the Mets.
Keith Hernandez went crazy.
I saw that. Yeah. He was like, he went from like first to home.
Disgusting.
One of the worst trades in recent Mets history. Yeah. Oh, dude, they are. Man, I saw a video of Gary Cohen doing a.
Every great dynasty you've ever seen begins with someone just getting screwed over.
Oh yeah,
someone is getting screwed over hard.
I mean, you look at every team that's won a World Series as of late. There's always some trade or so. Like it's just baseball. Like you got it somehow, some way. Even at the surface, you hang up the phone with the opposing GM. Each GM is probably snickering thing like, ha, I got him, I got him. But at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, somebody comes out as an obvious winner. Very rarely do you have where it's like, hey, we got what we needed. Other teams, hey, we got what we needed. The only thing that I will say right now, since we're talking about Chicago trades, is that Garrett Crochet trade. They got a guy in runner-up site. Poor Garrett, he's hurt this year, but he's a runner-up in Cy Young this year. We got Braden Montgomery, Kyle Teal, and Chase Maedroff for that 3 everyday position players.
I like that you guys weren't scared to do it again.
Yeah.
Because the first time it didn't work out was Sale. As well as you'd like.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to bring up old memories.
It looked okay for a little bit, but we clearly lost that
I'm not trying
trade.
to bring up bad memories, but I'm like, people could get gun shy in that situation.
My dad was 100% right about this. He's like, us getting Kopech and Moncada was the easy part. Because they were, much higher known prospects.
Kopech is a free agent somewhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, can we please just sign him? He throws 100.
Different story for a different time, but that's the reason why he doesn't get signed. Because from the mouth,
head case to the team, or he's just the actual head case?
Yeah, there's some personal stuff with his personal life that's not. I'm talking like Bauer, Clevenger level stuff that goes on.
I had to address that actually on the show.
Really?
My show, yeah, because someone just said, "Why doesn't any podcaster talk about him?" And I'm like,
Bauer.
No, yeah, Bauer. And I'm just like, I'm gonna say this once, and we're done. He is a nightmare, and I don't want to deal with him. And he can barely get out of AAA Japan. So I don't really want to hear from him.
Respect the Long Island Ducks.
No, I'm not going to.
And he's still, every time he's got a mic in front of his face, you know, he does his best to try to get himself back in the game, which I admire, but it's like, you got to read the writing on the wall, dude. Like, you have to at some point.
Go face high schoolers and embarrass them or something.
It's for YouTube content.
I would much rather you watch this.
Be Eric Sim and be happy with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Be the king of JUCO and be okay with it.
Yeah.
Bob, I agree with you 100% there towards the top of the upper echelon. But the thing I like about that trio with Cohen, Hernandez, and Darling, especially Gary Cohen, he calls it like it is. I cannot stand certain broadcast booths, White Sox with John Triffin, that literally just gives you fluff all the time. And
okay,
it's like,
but where's Gary Cohen in his career? You know what I mean? Like,
oh, he's been there for
forever. He's in a very comfortable position to do something. He's in a well-respected position to do that. Mr. Triffin, on the other hand, is like, hey, I don't know how I have this job.
No.
I'm gonna do my absolute best and not say anything to keep it.
I say this respectfully, okay? Because I broadcasted baseball for 6 years. I'm just saying somebody of my caliber of broadcaster could do just as good, if not a better job than John Triffin. John, I've met him once before. He's an incredible guy, but he had very minimal baseball background. It's because look who we lost, Benetti, one of the most well-respected, and the guy wanted to get paid what he was worth, and he deserved to ask every penny of that. So we hired a peewee. It was like going from a varsity level ace to a guy who was barely making, the junior, team, the freshman or sophomore team. So, and again, I hope he continues to get better, but this is my third year of hearing him, and that's just
the team got better.
It's a no for me, dog. That's the thing. That's the most important thing. Earl the Squirrel Campbell, Isaac Bruce, top 10 all-time in receiving touchdowns for the St. Louis / now LA Rams. One of the best wide receivers of all time. One of the best wide receivers in the sport today on those classic rolled up sleeves. If you're wondering, Rob, why don't most jerseys look like that? Well, most people aren't Jamar Chase. This is a classic staple that he represents. Jamar Chase. Great rolled up sleeve here in the UA Live break room. Jonathan Taylor, a guy who garnered MVP consideration for where, running backs aren't as respected. Jonathan Taylor was one of those guys, obviously alongside Cook, who actually held out before getting paid by the Buffalo Bills. You can clearly see the impact of the ball teams. So Roger Staubach, first Super Bowl winning quarterback in Dallas Cowboys franchise history, first ballot. Hail Mary, him and Hall of Fame wide receiver Drew Pearson at the time didn't realize what they had created and is now known today as the Colston Loveland, 10th overall pick by the Chicago Bears this past year. Talk about a guy. Now, if you maybe a rookie card that you got elsewhere before the season started last year, I know that bad boy is worth a lot more now than when it was originally purchased for you folks. The same could be said even for something like the jersey. It's only $31 measly here for you guys in the UA Live break room. Chris Olave and Fred Taylor as well. So, getting y'all an update here in the UA Live break room from what I'm seeing right now. Looking to get some movement in a couple of different series. Stephen Ryan will be back in just one moment, but I'm gonna run something to hopefully wipe the eye boogers out of you guys right now. We got 13 lovely human beings tuned in out there. At least I hope you guys are human beings. I'd be very scared otherwise. Let's see what we got here. So I'm gonna run a little something special for you folks here at home. Just gotta wait for me to look it up. Again, first of all, it's a Sunday, right? Sunday. And I respect and appreciate each and every one of you who are taking time out of your weekend to spend it here with us. So, to reward you folks, I'm going to run a 30-minute timer, and I'm going to offer a discount, which, by the way, I just put it in the chat. We are going to run $29 off, so it's $100 even for that college single. I'm probably going to do that for the rest of the day, even when Tim ends up posting. That's something that we'll probably agree with.
You should probably change the price.
For the
college.
I'll probably run it by Tim when he gets here to be 100% sure, but as of right now, we're just going to enter to be 100% sure, but as of right now, we're just going to end up keeping that at $100. Again, $29 back in store credit. But for right now, let's see, what kind of timer am I looking for here? I always like to switch up the timers now. So let's see, can I get a Purdy looking one?
A Brock Purdy one?
a Minecraft themed timer. That's something you do not see every day.
Let's appeal to that demographic.
A think there's right. Yeah. Problem. I do not take Robux though. I do not take Robux. Unfortunately, that is not a acceptable form of
the
currency
new wave
here.
of currency.
The new
Robux.
Robux, baby. So I'm going to run this 30-minute timer for you guys. And what am I going to run is the real question. Okay, so I'm going to be very, very generous. There's a chance Tim might be hosting the next show. We'll see what he decides to do. I like to run timers for you guys. So it is now going. And let's see what we're going to do here. How about this? I'm going to do for the next 30 minutes, every single double is going to be 15% off. So that is going to be the multi, the weekend warrior, the superstar rep, and the jerseys. Aren't they Willis bucks? No, not Robux. Cannot confirm nor deny, Bob. Whatever bucks they are, unfortunately. We only take Benjis, Jacksons, Washingtons. Those are what we look for here in the break room. So I'm going to just do the quick calculations for this guy. So every single double is now going to be 15% off for the remainder of the show. So I will start off with let's see what we got here. So it's going to be $19 for what we got in the rep. So it's going to be, that's going to go down from 126 to what, 105 in that rep. So that's going to be $19 there. The jerseys are going to get $9 off. I already know that. You know that I'm here a lot when I can remember the exact price off of a double. So the jerseys are going to be $9. Obviously, the college, we're going to run 2 singles. Let's see, the multi-sport, which is currently $176, guys. That is going to get $26 taken off of it as well. And then the final one's the weekend warrior. So that's going to be the most expensive double as of right now, but that means that it's just going to get the highest discount for you folks. So please take advantage. And I know many of you already know this, but again, that is a weekend exclusive series, which means that if this weekend warrior is not sold out by the end of the 6 p.m. show tonight, guess what? Going to be back for a 4th consecutive weekend next week. We got a good amount of weekend warriors still built, available for you guys that are remaining. We want to make sure that you guys get something fresh and new. That's something for me. Look, I know that your service time here in the break room surpasses mine by a little bit. I don't know what's the number one thing that you always want to see in reward for the breakers and breakettes at home, but for me, I want to make sure that we're obviously churning out as many boxes as possible, not just so they win the best discounted memorabilia out there, but I want to make sure you guys get as many new series as possible. Because I know the last thing that you folks want to do is come back the following day or the day after that and see similar breaks up on the webpage. But how do we get that to change? We buy out the series. That is the number one way that we can end up getting things rocking and rolling. So, for example, something like this weekend warrior, guys, we had that Sean Kemp with 3 golden tickets. Shout out to Amanda, the only winner on our show today so far with that on the Tom Glavine bat. Again, let's help out the cause here, man, for this father figure with what we got. Which by the way, I'm going to go through this in a second and show the doubles, but just in case we don't get anything else, I kind of like this. I kind of like what we got here. I forgot that we have the hanger.
Oh yes, we do. That is a good point.
I like to use that because I'm pretty negligent to the jerseys here. So let's see what we got here.
It's a beautiful custom right there. I mean, again, just what it would take to go and get something like this, you know? Like, I mean, it's worth, taking your shot at it here in the room too as well. It saves you a whole trip.
No doubt about it, Home Slice. Yeah, and I mean, if you are somebody out there, whether you want to, especially if you're somebody out there that really, really wants to get something here at a discounted price and flip it, there's literally nowhere else that is better than UA to do that. So I'm going to show off this nice Sean Kemp. Let's see how this bad boy looks. Sorry about that, guys. There you go, little Sean Kemp action. This is the Amanda show. Nice throwback to our youth right there.
Yeah.
I was going to say no Amanda Bynes, Amanda Pre-Vidal. The Amanda that we want here in the break room. So the weekend warrior, I mean, guys, this is exactly the ratios that you want. So I cannot guarantee how many golden tickets will, I don't know how they're going to be divvied up. We just saw that the Sean Kemp had 3, right? Now, if you have been around long enough, because we're almost at our month anniversary. Tomorrow will be the 4-week anniversary of the locker. Where were you when? But I have seen quite a lot that these are going by 3-ticket increments. So if I'm a betting boy, which sadly I am, I'd be willing to bet these 6 golden tickets are divvied up between 2 more hidden gems. So that goes along with 9 headliners. I look at this as 11 headliners and 14 boxes, because any single item that you get from a multi-mixer is going to be badass. But then on top of that, I can get 3 golden tickets. Like Sean Kemp and 3 golden tickets is absolutely freaking elite. So these golden tickets, you're possibly wondering, what could these possibly be? Well, we're messing around with currency here in the break room, talking about Robux. Well, this is the currency that we do in the break room. These are the golden tickets. The golden tickets are Ultimate Autographs, is exclusive reward currency. Your key to the locker, a members only collection of premium, one-of-a-kind autographed memorabilia. It's very, very easy to earn them. So you earn the golden tickets by playing in our live breaks. The more you play, the more you collect, and your tickets are yours to break whenever you are ready. One of the most popular questions that we get when it comes to the golden tickets are, is there a certain expiration date on these? Absolutely not. These are yours from now to eternity. However, there is one caveat that does get you a ability, I should say, for you to qualify to get these golden tickets. You have to earn your spot in the practice squad tier. So you can check out what the practice squad tier is in our rewards tab that we have at the top of every break page. It's very simple to get into. It's between $250 to $300 that you have to spend here in the break room to get into that. Now, that might sound daunting to one of you, or not one of you, but some of you out there. But it's pretty simple, man. If you end up getting 2 singles, for example, and something like, the college, the multi-sport, the weekend warrior for Father's Day, right now would be a great time to do so. Again, I would get in the double. You can get the 1 double if you're brand new here, and you can qualify into this practice squad tier. Again, that will get you a chance to earn golden tickets to get you into the locker. The golden tickets aren't to get you into the chocolate factory. They're not something fun that you can trade like trading cards or something like that. This is why you get into it, guys, is for the locker. So I'll drop a Cool Beans link here for y'all, so you can go check that out. One of my favorite things about coming to the studio a day after. Hold on, let me do this again. By the way, guys, sorry, I think this is the proper link. So make sure to click that second link to check that out. One of my favorite things about showing up after a day off is coming back and seeing some of the new things that are replenished in this locker. For example, I mentioned that Amanda now has 5 golden tickets. She won 3 this morning. She already had 2. Amanda, if you haven't checked it out already, these are some of the most unique, rare, and eccentric helmets that you can get. You qualify for a Dak Prescott, a Jonathan Taylor, Brock Purdy, Joe Montana, Steve Young, Bo Nix, Khalil Shakir, Emmitt Smith, Jared Goff, Lawrence Taylor, Amon-Ra St. Brown, John Elway, Jerome Bettis, Julio Jones, Steve Smith, George Pickens, Sauce Gardner, Jim Kelly, Chad Johnson, Brian Urlacher, Darrelle Revis, Travis Hunter, DeMarcus Ware.
Ooh.
Every single helmet that I just named,
names there.
I was going to say I need an inhaler after that. The only one that you don't qualify for, from what I see, Amanda, just from 5 golden tickets, is that Tom Brady. We have a brand new Tom Brady in there worth 9 golden tickets, which, by the way, very obtainable. We have people now at this point like Jason Meter, Jill Labovitz, that have all accumulated at least 30-plus golden tickets over their time playing here in the break room. Now, I don't know where their current golden ticket status is at. Now, if you want to, hoard as many golden tickets as possible and wait for a certain item to pop up in the room, all power to you. It's completely up to you with what you want to do with those tickets. So, but what I would recommend, and I think it obviously makes sense, there is no guarantee how long a certain helmet will last in a room. We had a beautiful Swarovski George Kittle last week that went up, I think, within 5 minutes with it getting posted. But the great thing is that our wonderful team does here in the break room is that we replenish these helmets in the locker ASAP Rocky. Randy Moss is gone already. Didn't even hesitate.
Didn't need to. There we go.
Hey.
That's awesome.
So, okay.
Take advantage.
So that was 5 golden tickets. Amanda, did you just redeem that this morning once you got that? So that was a beautiful, beautiful, drippy Randy Moss. Wow. She's mossing people this morning. In the breaks, in the locker. Amanda is everywhere here in the U8 Live break room. So, like I said, for those that were wondering what that timer is, we got about 20 minutes left or so on that timer here in the UA Live break room. So, That's also going to bring us to right around the time that I usually start to look at Chase Wheelspin. That'll bring us to about 10:45. For those that are unaware, we're going to be on for a bare minimum till 11 o'clock or so. However, I will say, if we do not start to get many orders about the time we get to our Chase Wheelspin, 10:45, 10:50, I might call it about 5 minutes early. Because truthfully, look, Steven and I can be on, until about 11:45, 11:50 before Tim Shaw ends up taking Steven's spot in the room. That's what we want to do. Look, we can only say and do so much for you guys. Again, you are driving this car. Steven and I are along for the ride.
Yeah.
We'll tell you where to go. We'll tell you where you want to stop along the way. But there is, again, no point for us staying on long term if you do not decide to get out of the car and stop in one of the breaks and get a few items in those breaks.
Absolutely. And again, you never know who's going to come on later today. You never know who's going to come on in and get something, that maybe you wanted. But I like what Jill just did. Jill absolutely nailed it right there. Jill said, hey, let's get the college done so we can close it. And we can get a brand new series. And now, again, like you said, right, Rob, you and I can tell them all the breaks to hop on into, what the ratios are. They can also look on the UA website and see all that information for themselves. But when someone starts the party in the chat and they make action in that break, that is generally when this stuff can move and move pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And before you know it, there's a brand new series that I see right up there with more golden tickets.
Hell yeah.
And more sweet pieces of memorabilia for you guys to collect. And Jill is already in. So like I said, that's the action. Jill has said, already in, wants to get this one out of the room. Let's get her done. 2 more boxes to go.
Get her done.
14
indeed,
more spots in general.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So just to get us there,
and you're offering it for $100.
For $100 right on the nose. Just would love to see it go so we can get a fresh series for all of us. Yeah, so Jill is one of the pillars of our community because she completely understands how the break room works. Look, if you play here long enough, or if you want to understand how the community works here at UA, obviously at the end of the day when you're putting your own Cold Stone cash into the breaks, you're obviously looking for yourself to get the items, right? Which, of course, is what you want to do and get here. But if you're somebody, for example, that has any sort of fandom, any inclination to get yourself a college item, again, it could be a collectible for yourself. Again, this is a very popular grad season, very popular birthday season. For example, my dad, his birthday is tomorrow. So if I was playing for somebody in my life that is a big sports fanatic, again, like my father, playing here in the break room and getting him a signed item for a discounted rate. Again, it's already discounted, by the way, at $129, but I'm taking it a step further for you guys. A Terry McLaurin Ohio State Authentic for $100.
Right.
That is highway robbery, guys. So Jill gets it because she knows, like Steven and I have been saying, we have that brand new series coming up next. He just mentioned it. 12 golden tickets are in that next series, guys. 12 golden tickets will be on the line, and some of the best names in the game as well. So
they are not. You're absolutely right, Jill. You're absolutely correct on that front.
Yep, 100%. And do we get any buy-in spots there
for
just
college? We had Tom and 40. Tom hopped on into the multi-sport mixer, and then 40 got into the jerseys. So I believe the jerseys are 2 to go.
Jerseys are 2 to go. Okay, was that a single?
Yes.
And then Tom's was a single as well?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. So again, guys, just so you know, for Tom,
40.
And 40, Glenn. What's going on, 40? Sorry about that, bud. 16 or so minutes. Every single double on the break page is going to be 15% off. So the reps you'll get 19 back, the jerseys you'll get 9, the multi-sport 26.
In the double box breaks.
And the double box breaks, correct. And the Weekend Warrior is $38 back. Again, kind of like what Jill's been saying, kind of like what we've been saying. Not only are the items great, not already are they a low discounted price, because that's why you play here at UA, but you're getting discounts on top of the discounts, and you get the Chase Wheelspin at the end of the show. So we are, Steven and I are kind of like putting out our hands, asking you guys to take these discounts. So again, there's only so much that him and I can do. Hopefully what Jill is doing is the absolute 100% correct thing. You put the energy out there. You put the offer out there. She said, I'm in the college. Let's get in this college. Let's close it out. So if you have any inclination about college, hell, even if you aren't the biggest college person, Terry McLaurin and Wes Welker are still great, great pieces of memorabilia. This is an awesome trade community as well. You can end up winning these items. You could trade it with for somebody else in the show, or of course IRL. You know, obviously once the item becomes yours, it is obviously all of yours to do with. So do whatever you want with it. So one thing that I like to do sometimes from time to time, because, you know, not everybody, I know most people do this, but I like to usually look up what the value is worth on the open market. What I use for the open market for my barometer, I use places like Racky Sports, Fanatics, which we have a lot of verification codes with. The reason why I end up using those is because, again, they're authenticated just like every piece of memorabilia is here at Ultimate Autographs. So it's a really, really good barometer to kind of see where we are at. So I'm just kind of looking around for a guy like Terry McLaurin. Kind of hard to get. Not a whole lot of out there for college for Terry. And, you know, what Jill said was 100% correct, too, saying that college items aren't as common as the NFL, which is 100% true. More times than not, pro athletes that sign on college items only sign for one school. I don't think I've ever seen it, honestly, since being here at UA. I don't think I've ever seen a college player sign on multiple college teams. You will only get that player associated with one school, which, like what Jill said, is very, very rare. So, again, under 15 minutes to go, guys, for that 15% off all across the page. Again, we are 2 to go in this jersey single, which, again, we would love to do. That'd be our third break of the show. But, again, no discounts in the jersey single, no chase wheel spins. So, again, take advantage while we can. Because, again, the next show at 12 o'clock Central, I don't know what the landscape is going to look like for Tim and I. The show can be completely different in how it's structured and set up. And one thing that you will hear a lot of the hosts say, Steven, here at UA, there is no better time than the present.
Yep.
Because like you said, you know, coming up later, we don't really know what the room is going to look like. We could have people who are super, super aggressive that play here in the break room. Again, a lot of players that you guys probably already know and familiar with that'll come in here. Sometimes buy out every spot in a break. They'll buy out 6 or 7 spots. So if there's already, let's say, for example, there's 6 spots left in that college. If somebody comes in right now and gets the next 6 spots, they're automatically going to have a 75% chance of winning that break.
Yeah.
Now, again, that's not a guaranteed win, but they have an overwhelming majority of winning it, and they just swoop and come in out of nowhere, and you've been sitting around waiting like, oh, okay, like I'll buy another spot when it gets down to 5 or 4 spots. Not a great strategy to have because we know the break is going to happen already. So if you already want to buy a break spot, your spot to bring that down to 5 or 4 can start to get other people moving on it as well.
Yep. Yeah, there's plenty. I'll say this: there's plenty of closers. We are looking for our starters and openers in this situation.
Yeah, exactly.
And
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe on top of that, Rob, if you're one of the first 4 in a break, maybe that's what you give a chase wheel spin for in the next show or something of that nature.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. We need the starters like Jill. I know Dan's done it this week. I know Tom has done it this week as well. A lot of people have done it. Our most recent winner, Amanda started the party as well on a bunch of things.
The Amanda show, yeah.
Hey, I mean, just keep at it. These will go down. But I know it's I'm not sure where it is by everyone because I know we are a national broadcast in that sense. But it was very, very hot this weekend and very rainy here in the Midwest.
Bro. Sheesh.
And when I walked out this morning, there was a cool breeze. And I was like, "Hey, today might be decent."
Yeah, somebody turned the AC on.
I think it's gonna be like 84 the high, which is a low for about a week
compared to the last couple of days. Yeah. So, and we really hadn't hit like any type of heat streak up until this past week, like for the whole year. So, because June was pretty mild.
We went on a walk early Friday morning, and I burned like 200 calories on the walk, and I wasn't really trying. It was just that hot.
Just that hot, yeah.
Just that hot.
Yeah. So that's again, I'd like to get red hot here in the in this break room.
Absolutely.
Kind of close things out, dude. So again, at bare minimum here, I'm gonna see where the room stands after this timer expires. If we don't have any other breaks, I mean, at bare minimum, that jersey should go. For those last 2 spots in that single. But again, guys, I'm somebody that doesn't mind squeezing the lemon a little bit here when it comes to, again, I am more than happy to stay on for as long as humanly possible. But again, if there's not a whole lot of movement and breaks start moving, that's A-okay. Because again, we have the noon, 3, and 6 o'clock shows. So we do have a lot of time to be able to be on here with you guys, talk about the breaks, talk about the items. and see where the room goes in general. But with that being said, feel free to let Steven and I know in the community know, because we have a lot of our higher ups that read the comments from you guys and love to get your suggestions out there about names you'd like to see, maybe some ideas that we want to float around.
I'm enjoying some of the newer former veteran, star kind of players we've been getting in the room. I like seeing those new names. It's a lot of fun. So if there's anyone from, I would say the 1990s to 2000s, that's kind of like a lower keep. Like, when I think of like Atlanta, the Peerless Price, something of that nature. God. I wouldn't mind a Peerless Price.
Brian Finnegan.
Brian Finneran. Yeah. Algie Crumpler, the gang. Work done. Yes. Yeah. I think of those guys.
Just going through the whole 2004 Falcons
I love
offense.
That team. That's one of my favorite teams to watch. So when you think of those things, just let us know. Like, hey, do these people, because not everyone signs necessarily. Sometimes they do have card obligations as well, but not everyone necessarily signs. And maybe that's just a way we need to reach out to them, because I wouldn't mind some of their autographs,
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I mean, we've been making some big moves behind the scenes, as you guys know. On rare occasions, we do get former or even sometimes current athletes that'll hop on with us. When I first started here at the end of August, beginning of September this past year, I honestly never anticipated for us to have as many people on air as we have had. I remember me and Robbie had Brett Hull. He had his whole entourage here. It was almost like the Beatles coming to town is what it felt like. Because it was my first time being around an athlete in quite a long time. He was such an awesome guy. I've been on air with LaShawn McCoy as well, which was really, really fun. A guy with a ton of energy, and I'm sure many of you were probably seeing those shows as well. So feel free to let us know. We just had a major former pro athlete sign this past week. A guy that played baseball and football at the highest level. So
baller.
You could probably guess who that is. You'll be seeing his name pop up quite a bit in some future series. So again, even something like a specialized theme. Now, I don't think we're going to ever have a 2004 Atlanta Falcons series. That might be a little hard to obtain. But we just thinking of some of my favorite series we've done this year in terms of like theme. The Tax Day series, the April Fools series that we had.
Yes,
we had an NBA and NHL playoff mixer, which was really, really fun. The Hunt, which was a point scoring system, which was really badass. So again, even if you guys want to go back in time and think of some of the favorite series you've had that you don't see a whole lot of, that honestly carries a lot of weight and goes forward, because we do have weekly meetings as a team here to try and figure out what we want to give back to y'all. Again, we want to give back to you, the people. That's what matters here in the break room. So let's see if we got any other spots here here in the UA live break room. So 6 to go in that college, which it's been at for the whole show. Multi-sports at 6. Weekend Warrior has not been touched, but that jersey single did close out.
Nice.
So round of applause there, guys. So I'd love to add another jersey next to Mr. Kemp up here. So let's see who's in that, and let's get rocking and rolling.
Okay, coming right up for you.
Thank you, my man. So please take advantage of that discount for the double. It's literally a discount double check. I'm literally checking the status of the doubles every single time. And I will say this, guys, if we do not have a couple of discounts that have gone in that double, I'm not even asking for breaks at this point, just to see a couple of movements to try to, again, take advantage of this for you guys. The chances of us having discounts later on in the day are very slim. So again, but if you guys really enjoyed the discounts and you want to get in and participate, then of course we have a lot more reason to go back in and give y'all some discounts.
All right, that's good to go for you.
Thanks, homie. All right, so it's going to be jersey number 11. Eric Burns, Butch Marling, Francis Cohen, Tyler Bush, 40 Glenn, David Pinsky, and Amanda helping close that out. So Amanda looking for her 3rd consecutive win. Oh. And I think the first 2 that she won also were sniper spots as well. So very, very fun. It's been a very, very fun morning with my my left-hand man back in the break room with me, Rob Hill and Stephen Ryan with you guys. Shockingly, Amanda's not going with 12 for this one for the jerseys. Let's see if we even it's because it's not there. She's gonna go with number 1. He was number 1. That I do not doubt.
Am I right?
That I do not doubt. Well, only one way to find out, right? One way to find out. So we're going to go 9 times around for these 8 lovely names. Again, if you have enjoyed what you've been watching so far this morning, hit that share button and get the word out there. We have been in a hot stretch as of late for bringing new people into the room. I had a show last week on Friday that I hosted where I think we play in the break room. The more fun we have, especially if you bring, a friend into the community as well. Bring a little competition out there. So let's see what we got. This is how things NFC North. Francis Coing in the NFC South and the AFC West. Eric Burns. What's going on, Burnsy? Butch Marling in the AFC North. Tyler Bush in the AFC South. And 40 Glenn rounding it out in the AFC East. This guy is a very controversial player in NFL history, but there's one thing you cannot deny about this guy. All-time Super Bowl champion. It's Wild Bill.
Oh.
Bill Romanowski.
Robo Bill.
Awesome stuff there. Bill Romanowski for Francis Coing. Francis, way to go, Brother Bear. He got 2 Cover your losses, guys. Always get a bare minimum of 2 spots in each series, just to give yourself a little bit of extra oomph. So, way to go, Francis.
There you go.
Not familiar with the name. I have seen Koenig in here before with the first win here in the break room, and do not be shy. Feel free to pop in and let us know. So, Mr. Romanowski off the board. Very, very cool. All right, so that's going to be our third box, a part of 3 different series, by the way. One more, and we'll have that cycle. Would love nothing more than for that college to be that final spot of the cycle to hit, guys. So let's see what we're going to go into next. Again, 3 minutes to go on that discount. And then after that, I'll end up doing just a quick top to bottom rundown that'll probably take us through the rest of the timer. Again, even if we don't do any breaks in the doubles, get those spots while you can to help get those breaks moving. I'll probably end up doing the chase wheel spin at 10:45 if we are not close to any other series, and then we might get off between 10:50 to 10:55, barring any late movement here. So. Let's start from the series that we ended up just closing out again, that Jersey series, the 2-point conversion, 11 headliners, and 26 boxes. All open wide across the board, the singles, the doubles, and that quad. That double you can get in right now for $9 off, and you can get that for $53 in total. Adrian Peterson, AJ Green, Darrell Revis, Earl Campbell, Isaac Bruce, Jamar Chase, Jonathan Taylor, and Roger Staubach, with Colson Loveland, Chris Olave, and Fred Taylor. I'm already seeing a lot of greatness in that AFC South. Jonathan Taylor, Earl Campbell, and Fred Taylor would be a great triple up. You got 2 legends in the Bengals wide receiver room, and AJ Green and Jamar Chase out in that AFC North. And then how about this Adrian Peterson and Colson Loveland in the NFC North right there? So that basically covers 3 headliners worth of double ups. Who knows what you can possibly double up with a hidden gem jersey and a photoed headliner. The college should be all the rage, guys. Take yourself back to your college campus, back to your glory days for just $100, $29 off. It has been that way this entire program. Put it in the chat earlier. Steven and I have been mentioning it all show long. Terry McLaurin, Ohio State Buckeyes, the Ohio State Buckeye, the authentic helmet of the show, alongside the Texas Tech Red Raider in Wes Welker. Obviously, one of the most memorable wide receivers of the 2010s, a multiple-time Super Bowl champion, a part of the Patriots dynasty, and wasn't too shabby either. Won a Super Bowl as well with Peyton Manning in his swan song season with the Denver Broncos.
Ballin'.
Autographed multi-sport series, we were lucky enough to pull the Tom Glavine autographed and Hall of Fame inscribed bat, mind you. Anytime that you get a special inscription on any type of item, it is always going to be worth that much more juice. 6 to go in the next single. Doubles and quads are wide open. This next multi-sport double is $26 off, so take advantage of that. It'll be $150 at checkout. Nick Kurtz, who is, in my opinion, him and Yordan Alvarez, the two leading MVP frontrunners in the American League this year. 3 golden tickets you can acquire in a headliner. Sammy Sosa, maybe it's a corked bat, maybe it's not.
Oh.
On the other side,
You'll have
Louisville
to break it
Slugger.
to find out.
Exactly. Kevin Garnett, the big ticket, 2008 world champion for the Boston Celtics in 2004, NBA MVP. Beautiful Celtic green jersey. Bobby Wood Jr. starting shortstop for the 2026 American League coming up in Philadelphia in just a few days. Ellie De La Cruz, superstar shortstop for the Cincinnati Reds, 2-time All-Star in his own right. Kurt Schilling and George Pickens. Kurt Schilling, one of the best big game pitchers in MLB history, and George Pickens coming out after a breakout 1,500-yard season for the Dallas Cowboys. Superstar ref, 75% chance at the headliners. 8 to go in the single, 7 to go in the double, 6 to go in that quad. Easy double up right there with LT and TD on each end of the spectrum. How about this Ray Lewis Madden 05 cover on that royal purple and the red-eyed Raven replica helmet. Amon-Ra St. Brown on the Honolulu blue rep. And how about this little Stevie Southpaw, Steve Young, Super Bowl champion on this rivalry replica helmet with George Pickens once again saying hello from the secondary headliner spot. Great gets right there. So again, that was a quick top to bottom rundown. Did we get any last second orders?
Let me check for you.
No, you're good. You good. See where we are at. Does not look like we had any.
No, I think Amanda closed us out, and that is our last order.
Okay, sounds good. Home slice. So I will have the other Chase Wheel Spin is ready. This was for the weekend, or the Weekend Warrior single.
The father figure.
The father figure. Let's see who is going to step up and assume a fatherly role here.
Best of luck.
Best of luck indeed. Again, for those that are unaware of what the Chase Wheel Spin is, anytime that you see anything down here for the Chase, this is over the course of the show. So the college, like I said, that would be for double the money if we ended up closing out those last 2 boxes. Unfortunately, we have not. And the WW, the Weekend Warrior, because we closed out that single, every single person that was in the break is eligible to win up to $100 back here.
Ooh.
8 times around, and it's Jared Steven. Will he hand the ball off, or will he keep it for himself? He will hand it off to Bill Sweetenham. Bill Sweetenham, how sweet it is, Bill. Again, Bill, not familiar with the name, my friend, if this is one of your first times playing in the break room. If you would like to call out a number you would like to start on between 1 through 100, I would start it on that number. If not, I'll start it at the number 1 and see what fate decides for you. So with that, Steven, going to ask you, Home Slice. We got 3 great hits of the show: the Romanowski jersey, the Sean Kemp, and the Tom Glavine bat. What's your top?
I'm gonna go with Tom Glavine.
Tom Glavine,
Tom
number
Glavine,
1.
beautiful. It's his big stick on there, which is ironic. He is a pitcher, but I mean, when you're growing up in the late '90s, early 2000s, Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, Greg Maddux, like that's all you thought of with the Atlanta Braves, and then Andrew Jones is in there, and Chipper Jones as well. But that big 3 pitching staff was just unreal. And Tom Glavine was a big part of it. So no doubt Hall of Famer. One of the best left-handers to ever throw it.
Easily.
On a beautiful black big stick, Rawlings bat. That's my hit of the show. Pun intended.
He's one of the last pitchers to ever acquire 300 wins. In this day and age where a lot of pitchers have a hard time getting through 6 innings, let alone 5.
Yeah.
We're not going to see a whole lot of 300-game winners unless something drastically changes in the near future. So I'm going to zag, though, a little bit. I was not alive to watch this guy in his prime, but I love Sean Kemp. I hope the NBA does bring back the Supersonics as an expansion team. Seattle still to this day, they crave for an NBA team to be back in the PNW, and this guy alongside Gary Peyton brought themselves to an NBA Finals appearance. Unfortunately, they went up against arguably the greatest team of all time in the 95-96 Bulls. They actually took 2 games off of that team. They went down 3-0. They fought back great. Him and Defensive Player of the Year, Gary Peyton.
From the point guard.
Love myself some Sean Kemp, who, by the way, we get in this room, Gary Payton.
Gary Payton, right?
I remember the first time I saw him was actually on a Miami Heat ball with Wade and Shaq, which is really cool.
That team was fun with some great veterans.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, Jason Williams, Antoine Walker,
James
Posey. Yeah. Guys who knew their role, like the definition of knowing the role.
A young Udonis Haslem.
Yeah, I know. Before he started his career as a player coach for like the last 5 years of his career. So I haven't heard anything from Bill. Speaking of Bill Romanowski is going to be our third hit of the show. So I'm going to spin this bad boy for him, see what he is going to walk away with. And we might have something. Oh, just missed that triple digit mark, Steven. Going to rock 95, and he unfortunately did not pick himself up a win in that weekend warrior, but he's basically making almost all of his money back in that bad boy right there. So congratulations to Bill. Awesome stuff right there. Way to go, my man. $95 goes back your way here in the UA Live break room.
Bill? David?
Sweetenham. Bill Sweetenham.
Oh, there you go. Okay, perfect.
So it looks like across the break page, a bunch of 6, 7s, and 8s. Haven't had anything since Amanda closed out that jersey single. So we're going to say sayonara about 10 minutes or so early here. That just means that you guys have even more time to fill up that break page in between shows. The break page never stops. It is live 24/7, even though we like to have a Cal Ripken streak of our own here in the break room. When it comes to being live on air, we truthfully only miss about 2 shows out of the entire year for the most part, not including specific holidays, of course. Believe it or not, we are people too. I loved how everybody showed up and showed out for the 4th. I heard there was a lot of awesome stuff that happened yesterday in the break room. But for Steven, it's time for us to have a bittersweet separation for right now until I see you, hopefully, again next Sunday at 9 a.m.
That's the plan.
That is the plan. But with you and I, who knows what the plan ends up being. So that'll be my last Sunday until
97, you said 98?
95. 95, yeah.
Perfect,
So that'll be, next Sunday is going to be what day? That's definitely my last weekend until the end of the month. Yeah.
He's getting sunburnt.
So I'm going to be getting turned and burnt, baby. So any final thoughts for the peoples at home?
No, I mean, I love when we get to see these kind of names in the room. Like, just kind of shows the depth of our series here, but there's still so much more to be had. Still so much more to be had in the break room. So make sure you guys come back at noon. Maybe have a few more friends and get after it.
The bag is deep, my friend, and so is our community. Our community is the absolute best, just to echo that. Make sure to come back and have a great time with me and Tim Shaw, the best 3-letter first name and 4-letter last name on planet Earth. You can't find that anywhere else outside of here in the UA Live break room. For Stephen Ryan, this has been Rob Hill. For Instagram, which we are now on, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Again, make sure to hit that share button, hit that like button if you enjoyed what you watched today. We're going to step aside for the next hour plus here. We'll be back at 12 o'clock Central Time. Go take a step outside, enjoy this beautiful Sunday weather, regain your thoughts, and make sure that you come ready to play. Thank you guys all so much. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Don't talk to strangers, eat your vegetables, and I'll see you on the other side.